Great morning to all of you. Myself Tanu. Firstly, I want to pay my humble thanks to Vijay Gandhi sir, who provide me such a nice chance to speak here. I am a student of 12th Science and today I am here to deliver a speech on English lesson. The name of the lesson is Lost Spring, Stories of Stolen Childhood. It is written by Anis Jung. She is an Indian writer as well as a journalist who wrote for many newspapers in India and in abroad. In this chapter, she tells us that how the children of slum area lost their childhood under the action of poverty. In this chapter, we are going to read about two stories. The first story is revolve around a young boy whose name is Sahib, and the name of the story is Sometime I Found a Rupee. The second story name is I Want to Drive a Car. The story revolved around a bangle maker whose name was Mukesh. I am going to talk about the first one. Before starting it, I want to pay some highlights on its title. Actually, the lesson is taken from Annie's book and named as Lost Spring, Stories of Stolen Childhood. As we all know, the spring is the most beautiful season as well as childhood. It is the pure and the beautiful phase of a person's life. We want to enjoy it. We want to miss it. But there are so many children who lost it. They are not able to enjoy their life. In this chapter, the poet tells about them. Poverty is a punishment. Poverty is a punishment of a crime. Poverty is a punishment of a crime you can't commit. And the same thing is happening with the children. They have no fault, but their life is totally destroyed. So let's start our topic. In the starting of the lesson, the authors tell that every day she used to meet a boy in his neighbor who was searching for gold in the garbage dump. One day she decided and she went to the boy and asked, "What are you doing here?" The boy told his story. He told that his hometown was Dhaka. They live there happily. They have their own home, they have their own fields. But now he forgot all about. He has no memory of Dhaka. He only remembered that his mother told that hailstorms destroy everything. They have nothing to do. They have nothing to eat. So they have to left their hometown. They have to come in big cities in search of gold. In search of gold, what does the gold mean? Gold means mean of survival. And for such type of people, mean of survival is rag picking. After some day, the author again saw the boy. She went to him and asked, "Why don't you go to school?" The boy said, "There is no school in my area. If one built it, I will go to it." Then in a funny way, the author asked, "If I will open a school, will you come to my school?" The boy was so happy. He smiled and said, "Yes, I will definitely come to your school." After some day, the author saw the boy was running towards her. He came and asked, "Did you open your school?" He was so excited to know. At the same time, the author feels so embarrassed. She knows how meaningless promise she made to him. She knows that the promise means a lot. And there are so many people who made such type of promise, but they are never going to fulfill it. But to hide it, she said, "It's take a lot of time. It's need a planning. When I will open it, I will tell to you." The boy said, "Okay," and he ran away. After few months, she was able to recognize all of them by their faces. But something is missing. What is missing? She did not know the name of the boy. So she decided and she went to the boy and asked, "What is your name?" The boy told, as he is making an announcement, "My name is Sahib Alam." She was surprised and she knew that if someone is going to tell him the meaning of his name, he would hardly believe. Why? Why he can't believe? It was his own name, so why it is difficult? Because the meaning of his name is Lord of Universe. And he is not his own Lord. Then how can he rule the whole universe if he is a Lord? He is able to buy everything, but he can't. So one day she went to him and asked that, "Why don't you wear chappals?" There is a boy who said, "My mother did not give me, then how I am able to wear it?" There is another boy who wearing two different chappals in his legs, and he said, "I know if your mother will give you, you are not going to wear it because you like to walk barefooted." There is another boy who was listening all, and he was so innocent. He said, "I want to wear it. I want to feel that how it feels. I never buy a pair of shoes in my life. The author told that there are so many people in India who walk barefooted, and when she went and she talked to them, she know that this is not just because lack of money. It become a tradition that who people live in slum area used to walk barefooted, and she felt very sad. She tell that the Sahib and his family came in Simapuri in 1971. They came in Simapuri in 1971, and you know Simapuri is situated on the periphery of Delhi. Delhi, it is the capital of India, but still there are so many rag pickers who live near it. There are 10,000 rag pickers, and you know their condition was so miserable, so pity. Their health condition was not good. They are not getting proper education. Even they are not getting education. The author felt very sad. One day she decided to went there. She went to a woman and asked, why don't you go to your own town? If you have their home, if you have their towns, their fields, then why are you living here? See how bad the condition is there. The woman gave very emotional answer. She said that what we are doing in such type of fields who are not able to satisfy our hunger. We are not able to eat properly. I am living here. I know how bad the condition is, but still I am able to fulfill my family hunger. We have a roof. It doesn't matter the roof is leaking. It's matter that there is a roof. So I am living here and I am happy. She know that the condition was so bad. Their children have no future there, but still she is happy. There are so many people who spend such type of life. There are so many officers and politicians who went there, and they also help them. They provide them voter card so that they can get food. But instead of it, they want their votes. They did it only for their purpose. There is no benefit of Simapuri peoples. The author wants that the government should pay attention on them. They need a better future. The children's may be a bright future if our government takes suitable actions. Overcoming poverty is not a gesture of charity. It is an act of justice. The children must have justice with their childhood. They are wasting their childhood. Now they become partner of survival to their parents and partner or survival just by rag picking. They have no future. If Indian government provide them education, maybe they live a better and a standard life. This is all about my side. Thank you to pay your attentions on me. Have a great day.